Yo friends, it's Rob from One Page Love, and this is Feedback for Coffee episode 3. It's my video series and service where I run through landing pages, just giving constructive feedback, and hopefully you can get little tidbits, while I run through the criticism. So just some housekeeping quick is that I've tweaked the Feedback for Coffee service to a pay what you want model. It's a bit of an experiment, but if you head to onepagelove.com/feedback, you can just enter in your details for your landing page, a little bit of context. Hit submit, I'll get the mail, I'll get back to you in 2 days with an audio note, and then if you enjoyed it, you can buy me a coffee, maybe a bag of beans, who knows. But second up is YouTube. YouTube's current state, 2019, it's like a dark alley with wild cats, fighting over a fish skeleton, and that skeleton is your attention. So hit that subscribe bell if you don't want to miss a video. If you just want to watch every now and again, forget about it. Also, robhope.com/yo is my now weekly newsletter. Well, I include every video I make and so on. So that's also another way to, not subscribe to the YouTube side of things and just keep up to date with what I'm doing. And just the last point on landing pages before we get going. I did a video on 10 tips to improve your landing page design. Next up is probably going to be 10 common mistakes you're making with your landing pages. Hit me up in the comments if there's anything specific with landing pages you'd like me to make a video about. But basically, it always starts with the same thing. You aren't identifying enough with the problem of the user. You start your page going, our service will change the way you design. It's too out there, and it's not specific, telling me exactly what the service or product does. Our innovative platform is going to change the way you do social media. What is it? Is it tracking your posts? Is there analytics? It needs to say it straight away, and you lose them in the beginning if it's too vague. So that's definitely my point in the video that I'm going to make, and a lot of these sites that I reviewed always start that. It just doesn't tell you what it does before someone starts scrolling. So anyway, let's get going. These are 4 recent submissions I've had for Feedback for Coffee. First up is this site called Plausible, and what it is an alternative to Google Analytics. I'm just going to scroll through the design quick so you can take a look. It's pretty clean. There's some space. It looks pretty new. I really like obviously the illustration, which has become quite a trend right now. I would say my first impression on the site is it's new. It's not established. It's lacking a testimonial. It feels like it's a side project. Just immediately I would say you need to bring in this second paragraph on the first FAQ, just so the FAQs just read a little bit better. Because it's, analytics is quite a beast, and you going through, your pitches to give a more simplified version for that, entrepreneur who just gets overwhelmed with the dashboard of Google Analytics, is that, view your live demo. That's definitely your biggest pull. Going through, it looks great. This is exactly what a few people would want. Nice little switcher between days, beautiful. I'd probably the last 12 months would be great. But I would say that as you scroll, I would advise a sticky header. Keep that action at all times. So I'm going down, I'm reading the FAQs, and it's, how is it better? And I'm convinced, and now I want to take action, and I have to scroll to the top again, especially if you're on mobile. Put that live demo and the sign up free in the header. I would almost say live demo, you could have a different color, like what's a maverick color from purple? Maybe you make it orange. Is someone going to sign up before seeing the demo? Probably not. So that's your biggest action you need. So put that in the header, top right, log in. Yeah, that's fine. It's perfect there. So just going through this page, I would say, join the public beta. You've used a brick in the background. It means you're building, I get it. But integrate the brand more. You've got this, statistics sort of iconography in the header. Include maybe in the background a dark footer, could look rad. And then, biggest takeaway on this page is it just seems too new. Am I going to commit my side project to your new analytics platform when it doesn't look convincing that you've actually, built it properly? So I would say a banger testimonial. Answer a doubt I have. So say, it's from some lady who's got a side project. It's lightning fast, and it just gives her the right metric she needs to make decisions or see where traffic's coming from. Something like that. A great photo of herself. Put it near the demo. link or the launch, or right next to the sign up, put it right there. So there's just that, the flow as they go down, they got that doubt on sign up, and there's the testimonial convincing, bang, got the conversion. So yeah, that's plausible. Next up, design thingy. And this is a service which takes your designs and, cuts it up into HTML and CSS. Let's just scroll through the sites a little bit. Got these cool trendy blobs, nice soft blue color scheme. We convert design to pixel perfect. Cool. There's a little chat in here, which is interesting. It's not in the corner, it's in the middle of the page, but that's okay, take some risks, see how it goes, experiment with that. So that's a very busy pricing table, but I can see 3-tier smart, simple, straightforward, get started, FAQs. Yeah, standard landing page. There's your footer. So I'd say first impression is that your line height's a bit long, especially in your questions. Bring this in a bit. If I was to scroll up again, I think I noticed it here. Yeah, bring in your line heights on your headings. But overall, it's clean. I would say that when I arrive at the site, the chance that you pitch design to live websites and I just go get started is not something I'd probably do. I'd probably want to see the pricing or some examples. So I would say, see pricing or see our demos or examples, and then that slides you down to a little bit more info about the product and so on. I would almost say the chat should be at the bottom below pricing. But let's just talk about this pricing table here. So we've got pricing based on complexity of work. And don't forget, as soon as you confuse anyone in a landing page with pricing, they are gone. So it's I would say, your table and the alignments of everything, put some dividers in here, break up everything. You've talked about simple transitions and animations. It's just very difficult to read. A lot of pricing tables start with the features on the left, and then we've just got a simple tick system, which is just easier on the eye. So you open up the design complexity examples using these buttons. The buttons should also be aligned. I would say below each table, have a link that says C sample, C sample, C sample, or C complex sample, C moderate sample, C simple sample. Just make it super clear, because these are all the same on first arrival. I feel like this is the same demo. And then I would say align all the buttons to the bottom, and I would say those link to actually order a moderate, site design chop up or whatever it's called. And then, with the pricing here, 59, 159, and 299, the psychology on pricing is obviously these two on the side bring you to the middle. And I would probably put a little, I think, what do you call them? A violator, just over here saying most popular. And then maybe be a bit cheeky and say, this is a special, it's currently 99 for the next 30 days. Get them a little excited to get going. Simple, straightforward. And again, just like the previous site, it lacks a banger testimonial. Answer my doubts. Is this a side project where you don't have any clients and you whipped up this design on the weekend? I need to know that you're rocking and rolling. So, another, again, this is from a guy, he's called Jack. He's got this, side project where he's selling bow ties, and it's like, hey, these guys created a landing page for me. The turnaround time was 48 hours. I whipped up the concept design, and it was the cleanest code. They worked amazing on mobile, and they considered load time. Just like that extra bit of love. Show your services established by existing customers. It doesn't feel like it's established and convincing enough. Anyway, that's enough on this point. Site Guru. These guys, find and fix SEO issues, slow pages and broken links. So immediately, SEO is a massive part of my life when it comes to one page love. I think it's like 70% of my traffic is SEO. And I've dealt a lot with, this industry, and it's spammy as hell. So for me, I'm always skeptical. First impression, I'll always feel like I don't trust you, so you need to break through that. And that's obviously done through, great quality design, and then testimonials again. We'll get to testimonials, but I feel like this intro is it's just too broad. It's like, check your website. No, identify with the problem. I'm arriving with an SEO, and it's not like you need to fix all my SEO. Start with a landing page that just goes, find, broken links. Check if you have any broken links. And then that's a landing page on its own. And through your marketing, your Facebook ads or your Instagram, it's like, find your broken links. And then I see further down here, you said 5% of broken links, we check don't work. So on average, 5%. So there's your Instagram stories ad. And it goes, did you know that, 5% of links on all sites are broken? Why not check if yours is today? Simple, instant tool, totally free, that kind of stuff. Arrives at the landing page, matches the narrative of the advertising and your marketing. And then all of a sudden people are like, wow, I'm already here. Here it's too broad. Check your website. Also, I feel that if I'm going to punch in my email here, you are going to sign me up to just a hell of spam emails. Like, I've just got that impression. It's this industry. So put some trust here. This will absolutely not sign you up to any list. Also start your 10-day trial. Is this an instant result? Are you going to spit out a little PDF report for me? These are all my doubts when I'm arriving on your page. So I'm not going to go too deep on this, but basically, I would say that you've used a 3-column design. This is just my last point in here. You've used the 3-column approach. I like your sticky header, but sign in is not really an action versus start. Improve your SEO is a much better action. Once I'm scrolling through the page. But just back on the 3-column design, I was just going on a tangent there. This section here where it talks, we check your page for these issues. Sidetrack, but I did a internal auditing as one of my degree's subjects, and I remember my teacher was like, never ever use the word check. We inspect your page for the following issues. It just sounds way more legit. Lack of a word. But anyway, 3-column approach. Again, this just lost my eye here. It's just 3-column. There's just dead space here. It's making me unnecessarily scroll. And then last point, and I'm going to be super harsh. Let Site Guru guide you to online enlightenment. This is what I was talking about in the very beginning. It just doesn't mean anything. Let Site Guru, inspect your website and start ranking for quality results. Now that's a footer. That's something that's more convincing to me. Anyway, I don't want to be too harsh here. Sure, I'm going to ramble. Last point. This site is called tvpremieralert.com, and it says never miss a TV premiere, dates of your favorite shows. Set me up my alerts. Just scroll down. There's a preview of the mail. Why subscribe? And there's a bit of a footer, which is kind of all over the place. Anyway, first impression, definitely as a side project material, not an established company. So yeah, very white background. I would go as far as saying the design's quite dull. Experiment, go to even like colorlovers.com, even though it's ancient, and just like browse the palettes. There's so many color palette generators out there. Choose one and your site will become instantly more remarkable. And while I'm on that topic, you've got a bell here. Yeah, it's a notification, but that's not much of a brand icon. There's no branding here. What is your brand called? Forget the URL that I've just mentioned. What is the brand? So you're hiking in the mountain after you've signed up on the service and you want to talk about it, and you're like, what is that site called again? TV alert, TV Premier Alert. Make your brand clear. And even if it's something silly, you can rebrand. Like I called many things, Hustle Panda, and it's got a panda. It's just, you can't forget it. So just to talk about the actions here, never miss a TV Premier did. Personally, I like the sound of the service. I'm on Wikipedia trying to find out when Grace and Frankie next season is. So yeah, this is useful. I really like how he's done this. Super clean, simple. It looks like he's not trying to spam me or sell me with anything. I would like a coded example probably within a mobile phone, just like look a little bit cleaner. Just show how nice and responsive it is. It looks a little bit stretched here. But set up my alerts. It's just such a great reference how, he could just say sign up, and, it's just got more incentive to actually click the button, set up my alerts. Like, oh my word, I'm going to set it up instantly. Look here, it's free. You can unsubscribe at any time. It's just answering the doubts. Again, no testimonial, just doesn't feel established enough. I'd probably go with a dark footer and hopefully a dark within your new color scheme. 3-column approach, why subscribe? Your footer is a bit of a 4-column shamble. Reduce the amount of noise here. Page via unicorn platform, get rid of that. I want this to feel like it's established and that I'm not going to sign up for the service and then you're going to dump me like 3 months later or ask me for money, something like that. I'd probably get rid of these social share icons. Why would I buy you a coffee before I've used your service? Ask for a coffee once you've sent out your 10th email alert, then pump it in at the bottom. Hey, this service is, completely free, but I need donations to fund the hosting and so on. That's way more legitimate approach. But yeah, again, testimonial that says, hey, it's so useful. I get to plan. Think about time saving, all those little things that people, why would they want to know when their shows, make sure they're not out. They want to catch it on the night. I never miss another show and I'm always online when it comes to, because of, tvpremieralert.com, like that. Anyway, wow, I was rambling at the end there, but yeah, hope you found some stuff useful in this Feedback for Coffee series, episode 3. Again, just hit that subscribe bell if you don't want to miss any of my future videos. Gonna make some really cool videos this year. Next up is Yo Podcast. Big love if you got this far, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.